Well, that's disorientating. Hello and welcome to the Madness Show. That's right, we're back and better than ever. And this week's episode is all about technology. So, I will be reviewing in this week's episode none other than the Raspberry Pi. You might not be able to see that, but this is a Raspberry Pi. This is basically a mini computer. It's amazing, but we'll get more into detail of that later. And for show, I will be showing you the top 5, what I personally think, top 5 programs that you can get on a computer that I have on my computer, so please don't judge me for that. And for craft, well, I wasn't really sure what to do, considering it's for technology, so I kind of just did something a bit random. A trumpet straw. So to start off with, well, why not? Craft. Okay, to start off with, you're going to need to get the bits you need. You will need one straw, a pair of scissors that work, your hand, and if you want to play it, you're probably going to need your mouth. Okay, so first things first, you need to get your straw, and if your straw has one of those frilly things, which won't pick up on the camera for some reason, just pull it out. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. Now you need to flatten out from there, the frilly thing, if you have a frilly thing, just if you don't, just guess, to the end. So you need to make sure it's nice and flat. This is going to make it, well, you'll see once you've made it, or further on. But you really do need to make it flat. You can use your nails and do all sorts, and do whatever you want, as long as it gets flat, nice and thin and flat. Not like that, not that flat, like really flat, but not. Just make it flat. Okay, once you've got it really flat, or flat enough, I'm not gonna keep on going on about that. You need to get your scissors that work. And if I can get this close up enough on the camera, you need to cut one side. Yeah, you need to cut two sides in a diagonal line coming inwards, but you need to have a diagonal, a flat, and then another diagonal. So I'll just do that on the other side, and you do need to have that flat. It does help you will, and should look a bit like that. Don't know, I think I might have done it a little bit wrong, so we'll have to find out. Okay, so at this stage that you've just done, it should look a bit pointy and flat, and the way I said. If you try blow on it from here, it should make a noise. So if I see, mine's a bit weird, but see, that made a noise, so that means that's done. So, well, it's not done, but this stage is done, so we can move on to the next bit. Now, this next bit is optional. If you like your straw or trumpet the way you like it, then stop and skip if you want, or just stop completely, if that's the reason you're here. But this next bit is to put little holes on the side, so you can, play it if you really wish to have your own straw band. So, this really is customizable, but yeah, you're going to have to flatten it. But this time, you don't have to flatten it so flat, it's just to get a kind of ridge for you to cut. So, I don't know how I'm going to show this on the camera, but you've got that ridge. You should be able to cut one this way, and one the other way. And then you'll have this, I'm trying to move the light, see. You might be able to see it, but there's this little bit that is being chopped, can come out. So if I just pull that out, there we go. So you've got a hole, and you can repeat this as many times as you want, and you can just cover that up. So I'll leave you to design your own, but I'm going to leave it with one, so I have two different tunes just so it works. So that's me on and off and on and off and off, and sometimes you will find it kind of jitters a bit, but well, that's how to make your own trumpet straw. We are now moving on to the review. To the review! And if you can remember, I'm reviewing none other than the Raspberry Pi. That probably sounded like a weird accent on the camera because it did the last time when I was watching it over. Here is the Raspberry Pi. I have got a case on it right now, so it's a lot more technological inside, but I have got a black case. I have got the SD card in, and I have got a keyboard and wireless thingy in. But if you are planning on getting a Raspberry Pi, you will need the Raspberry Pi. That's a very important piece. There is some things that you need to make it work, and then some things which aren't so that necessary. So first of all, I'm going to go through the things that you need to use the Raspberry Pi. Okay, obviously you will need the Raspberry Pi. That's kind of obvious. You will need an SD card. This one has got noobs on, meaning it makes it easier, because this is my first time with the Raspberry Pi. And you will need a keyboard. Now this is a wireless keyboard, which I think is pretty jazzy. It's very small, it's wireless, it works, it lights up. I can just show you that. Lights up, pretty cool. That's my wireless one. You could get any one you wanted. It's not necessarily that one. So that is basically all you will need. An SD card, keyboard, a power plug. You will need a power plug. You can't exactly do it without a power plug. It won't get any power, obviously. Okay. On to the extra stuff that you can get. Well, there's a lot of extra stuff, but extra stuff which I have. So, the extra stuff that I have, well, first of all, I have a different type of screen than, I don't have a HDMI screen for my computer isn't a HDMI, so I have got an adapter, which works perfectly fine with the Pi, so that's one thing you could get if you have a different type. Adapters do work with it. I have the smallest in the world wireless internet connection thing, if that makes sense. But this is really small. Now I have a pretty big hand, and it can fit on my finger easily, and that gives me internet connection. So that's pretty cool. I think that's actually all I have. You will, of course, it's not necessary, but it can be a thing that you can get with the speakers, and I've gone for small speakers because I thought, well, why not? So that's them. So, I'm hoping to get my Pi on, and I will see you there. Hopefully. Start. Okay, hi, I am hoping that this is still filming, but the Pi is in, it's not switched on, or plugged in anyway. So, your screen will be blank, don't worry. So, let me just go plug in my Pi. Sadly, it's under here, which is a bit annoying. And when it's in, it will come up with multicolors. Yay! And then it'll come up with a recovery page if you want it to be recovered, but I don't right now. Uh-oh. Okay. And then, doo, it's on. Trying to capture as much of this screen as I can because I can't exactly film screen on my Pi. I'm just using my camera, so I'm trying to capture as much as I can. I don't know if I'll be capturing a lot, but I'm trying my best. So it will do its stuff really well. Setting up stuff. Saying okay. Info. Yeah, it's fine, okay, do this, do that, okay, blah blah blah. And eventually it will ask you for your login as it has right now. I don't know if you can see that. So I haven't changed my login from the default, which is Pi. So you can enter that in. And 1 second. Then it asks you for your password, and the default password is raspberry. Trust me, I'm typing it in. Click enter, and it will say it's incorrect. Okay, I'll try again. Okay, it's permitted me by the application of the law, and then it looks like a load of coding right now. So to change it into a GIU, which is a graphical user interface, just means it's like a window kind of computer. You type in start X, enter, and it will do its stuff and set it all up like it does. And the mouse is here. I've got control, and here it is, the Pi GUI, and here's the Pi logo, well, Raspberry Pi logo. I forgot to say I have the Model B. I also forgot to go through all stuff. It's got 2 USBs, 2 sound thingies, a power bit, an SD bit, a internet connection bit, your screen HDMI put-in thing, and yeah, it's got internet, which is good. Well, mine has anyway, because it has the internet thing plugged in, so I can go on the internet as shown here. Now, the cons of it is a bit slow, but for a £25 computer, it's pretty fast. Well, how do I say this? It is slow, yes, but it's a £25 computer, so really, that's not bad. Oh wait, I forgot about this. I previously had something loading on this, so it took a long time because it wasn't quite working, so I'm going to open a different web browser, because it does have different web browsers, which I think is not that nice. No, it's not a web. Well done, Ron. Okay, let me try. Sorry, technical difficulties. Accessories. Nope. Okay, I think most people. Right, there it is. I don't know if you can see this. It's probably not showing too much of the screen because, you know, my camera position's amazing. I don't know if you can see down here, but there is a green bar that shows you your progress, which is I find handy at times. There's also a clock. You never know. You may need to know the time. But like I say, the comms is slow. It doesn't support as many things as a ordinary computer. Sometimes it won't listen, like I think it is right now, because oh, there we go. Oh, that's fine. Or is it? Okay. The good things is it's extremely cheap. It's extremely cheap. It's good for programming. It comes with preloaded softwares and stuff to help you. It comes with Scratch and okay, that's fine. Just a second. Now it will do this if you have got Wi-Fi, and I've been having some problems lately. I mean, I only got this yesterday, so hoping that this will work. Just connect it. Okay, hope that's connected now. Disconnected. Okay, connected. There we go. No idea why this isn't working, especially on camera. Naughty pie. Okay, this might be getting a bit boring for you guys now, but it's got some good stuff on it. I don't quite understand all of it yet, but okay. NetSurf isn't happy with me lately. And as you can see, the progress bar went full there for a minute. Okay, I'm hoping it's still working, because I haven't done this before. Right, let's try something else. Let's Now, the difference between the browsers is that some of them are lower than others. They're lighter, so they don't use as much RAM, which is just the speed, basically. But they... Okay. I'm sorry, it doesn't seem to be working. Just trust me, it does have the internet. And it does normal things. It won't work, it won't do YouTube because its graphics processor is so small. And doesn't work quite well, so yeah, it is Python games isn't games. I'm so sorry. Scratch is basically just a thing to help you learn programming. But oops, I wasn't ready to do that. Oh well. You can these things up here don't seem to be working. You seem to, for me, they might not for you, but they work fine down here. And I am using my little keyboard. Yay! And Scratch here is basically, as you can see, just a cat, and you can animate him and do all that amazing stuff. So, I was gonna just show you something else. I can't quite remember what it was. There is the LX Tournament. Where is it? Accessories. You will probably be using your LX terminal the most, because it's basically where you do most of your stuff. So I'll give you an example. For Minecraft, you do CD. You won't be able to do this, but I've already downloaded it. CDMC. And it comes... Okay, don't do that. Okay, it hates me now. Okay, this really doesn't like me. Maybe it's the internet connection problem. But... Oh, wait, sorry. CDMC Pi. It lets you in, and then you can type /Minecraft dash pi, and enter that in, and then voila, you have Minecraft in the Pi. Yeah, that's right, Minecraft on the Pi. And I died. Okay, that's cool. It's pretty much like Minecraft, but yeah, it has lots of stuff. Trust me. Sorry, this review wasn't one of the best. Mind you, the last one of the best either. So if I manage to X that, and you can simply click one of these little shutdown buttons, and it will go on to, do you want to log out or do you want to cancel? I want to log out. Thank you for your time. And then it goes back to this screen. That's about it for the Pi. Guess we'll have to go back to the studio. Back to the studio. So, as you probably saw there, the Pi is pretty cool. I wasn't very good at showing off. I'm not very good at reviews, but you know, it does a lot more than you think it does. But yeah, it does a lot more. You can use it for so many things. It's not just a little computer. I've seen people use it for weather stations, touch screen pads. It's just amazing. I wasn't very good at showing it off. There is loads of videos online if you plan on getting one, but trust me, you can do so many things with it, robotics, loads. So because of that, I've got a little Pi symbol thing there, and that is going to represent the Pi, the first thing going on to our skills meter. And Pi's just awesome. And I personally think it should go just right there, extremely high up. So there you have it. First thing on our leaderboard, skills meter, and it's already at the top. What about this? So now all that's left is show. Over to me. Thank you, me. Yes, this is my desktop. I have a creeper face. Voila! And I'm going to be doing, for the show part of the show, crash, top 5 programs that I personally think on my computer. So please don't go crazy in the comments saying that you have something better. do tell me if you have something better. I would love to check it out. But don't go crazy. This is my second video. Yeah. Okay. On to... So we're going to start off with 5. Okay. On to 5. Okay. So at number 5, as demonstrated in the 5 over here, is... That was meant to be a drum roll, but it failed. Tricky Truck. This is a game which is fun. So I'll give a small demonstration. If it will load. Load. It is basically, well, it's a truck game. But it's fun, trust me. Ooh, got some sound there. And basically you can move your camera and drive your truck around and do whatever you want with your truck. There's certain levels where you're meant to park on those parking spaces, but to be honest with you, I prefer smashing into things, and you know, it's very fun. I don't know what it was made with, who made it. I just know it's here, and you got loads of different viewing thingy-malors. This is probably my favorite. You can turn and do whatever you want, and the good thing is it does have some physics with it. You can flip over, and sadly you can go off the edge of the world and fall into a massive void like this. So yeah, that's basically Tricky Truck. That was number 5. Over to number 4. Hello, this is number 4, as nicely demonstrated again with the number 4 over there. And at number 4, I don't know if this counts as a program, but it's Google. You just can't go without Google. Google's everywhere. You can type in whatever you want, and it comes up. It's amazing. And another thing I like about Google is it has a lot of Easter eggs, and one of them over here is GOG logo. You can simply type that into Google and it will come up, and you type in whatever you want into this box, and thanks to my non-lag computer, it's not lagging at all. Lies. Yeah, as you probably noticed, click here and it loads, and mine's taking a long time because it's an extremely long, and it will turn whatever you typed into a Google page. And I typed Google just with a lot more O's, a lot more O's, but it works just as normal as Google, just with a lot more O's, a lot more O's. I don't really know if this counts as a program, but that's one of my favorites. So that's it for number 4. Over to me for number 3. That rhymes. Now we are on number 3, as nicely demonstrated again by the 3 over here. Now at number 3, I wasn't really sure what to do for 3, so I did AVS video editor. Just ignore those. They're, you know, some tests, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's a video editor. It has everything that you'd want to do. It has loads and loads of effects. It has loads and video effects. You can add text, you can add voice, you can add whatever that is. You can produce it, you can put it on YouTube, you can do loads and loads and loads. You can use green screens, and one thing which I don't ever use this anymore, because this is what I was going to make my first video with, but I kind of found out it costs like £50 to get, and this is just a test, so there's probably a lot more you can do. But the only thing I ever use this for is capturing from my camera sometimes, because it has a few things which can help with capturing. No, I don't use that. And sometimes capturing your screen, captures your screen. It's good for capturing your screen. The reason I didn't use it is because the voice is out of time, so I'll be like, hey, look at that, and then a minute later be like, hey, look at that, whilst I'm doing something else. So yeah, I do like this. You can download the free one. You can put it on YouTube, but it has a thing like right here saying made by AVS, and it does get in the way, and some people do that. I I didn't want to do that, and you know, that's all AVS really is. It's a video editor and capturer. Oh, yeah. That is number 3. Back to me for number 2. Okay, at number 2 is something truly amazing, but it takes a lot of computer power, and I don't know if it's going to let me video whilst using it, but it is none other than BNG, and I must admit it is amazing. Well, let's try to get it started up. It will take a wee while to load, because it is crazy. It's awesome. I have it on the lowest settings, and this is just a demo, because the full thing does cost money, and the full one has a lot better like textures, and everything's a lot more detailed, and you get more cars and all that. This has one car and a test world. It's still good, and for my computer, it runs. That's all I'm gonna say. It runs. Yeah. Maybe my friends who's got a pretty good computer still has to have it on the lowest settings possible. As you can see, it takes quite a long time to load on my computer. If you have a boss computer, then go ahead. This is just the loading screen. Don't know if you can see, but it does say that it's loading, which is a nice little feature. I like the little logo though, because they put perspective in there. They haven't just had these little things. They put perspective, which is nice. Yeah, I'll just let it load whilst it does its loady things. It's nearly done. That's good. This is not what it looks like. This is just, it's blurred out purposely to make it look fancy. This is what it looks like for me, because I put it on the lowest settings. I don't know if I could put it up on high settings and just show you for a wee while. Put it on normal. Oh, this is going to kill my computer. I'm switching this straight back after. Okay, there we go. This is going to kill my computer. This gives you an idea of what it would look like normally, though, if it can work. Because I'm telling you, it will trash your computer unless it's on the lowest. And this doesn't look very nice, but it is on the lowest settings possible. And I've tried to do it. I don't think it's going to work. Like, I don't know if you can hear that, but there are birds tweeting. Which is nice, I guess. Okay, that's not going to work. I'm just going to have to try and... Not responding! Voila! Okay, I'm just going to close this one and reopen it. I am sorry for this, but this is just demonstrating it will kill your computer eventually. It is a bit like a butter knife. It does take a time, but it will eventually. Well, that's a nice subject. Changing subject. Yeah, hopefully I can get it to work on camera. But that, I would normally start again if that thing happened, but it's just to show you that it will take some time. And if you have like a bad laptop, I really don't suggest getting this. So let's see if it will let me play. Hopefully. Apparently it's not doing anything. Unlike the Pi, it doesn't have a progress bar, so I can't exactly see if it's doing anything or not. That was a pro for that. Mind you, there was a lot of cons. There we done, come on. I don't want this video to go on for too long, because it's taken me half a day to make, and voila, watch the beautiful lag. And here's your car, you can drive it around, which, it's a lot like the other one. I'm not really a car person, or a trucky person, but it's my friend who showed me these. He has a YouTube channel. I forgot his YouTube channel though. See, there's a lot of lag, and it does have a nice feature which I like, which is slow-mo. So if I fail this, I should be in slow. Oh no, yeah, slow-mo, and you will do slow-mo, and it will gradually get slower, and then when you want to go normal speed again, you will go normal speed again, and you can really trash your car with this. Yeah. it's fun. Like I said, I like trashing the truck on the last one. I like trashing my car on this one. And that is number 2, and we will be moving on to number 1. The ultimate. Dun 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 dun! And the one that we have all been waiting for.
The one and only number 1.
As shown by the one over here, is my favorite program of all time. Again, my friend showed it to me, and then I just, love it now. It is Blender. Now, if you don't know what Blender is, go jump a bridge. No, check it out. It's amazing. You switch it on, it comes up with this, and it looks like a cube in a 3D world. That's basically all it is so far. But the things you can do with this are endless. I have done a fire animation. I've made a game. I have tried to do some video editing where you can do some really sick stuff. Not the sick, but cool. Not crazy over old ladies, but wow. There isn't anything for a while. But I can't exactly demonstrate right now how amazing it really is, because it takes time. It does take time, but you can do so much stuff. There's cycles engines, there's different things. You can do composite animating, game logic, motion tracking, scripting, UV editing, video editing. You can just do a lot. You can do loads of stuff. And I might get something up for you guys, which I have previously done. Here's a lot of videos. I don't know where it will be, but I done a fire kind of thingy with it. This is just to demonstrate how. Yeah, here we go. What you can do with it. Now this might not work because, well, it's a fire animation. Look at this. And if I attempt to play this, which could be dangerous. How do you do it? Alt-A. You can see it does. This is it rendering and stuff, and it's a bit slow. But to make that from a square is pretty cool. And as you can see, it's loaded me down to 2.17 frames per second. That's low, very low. I'm gonna stop it there because that's really bad. But yeah, look at that. And just to make this even worse, if you render it, it goes on and renders it, which makes it fully working, like what it should properly look like, not what it looked like there. It will show you the way it properly looked. Now this was a test, and tests don't always work that well, but as you can see, it's worked. And I did that manually. There is a thing you can do where you just click on the object and click fire. I did it manually because I'm amazing like that. And that is it. And that is it for this week's episode. You should know a little bit more about the Raspberry Pi. You should be able to make a trumpet stroke. Sometimes works. And you should have 5 programs which you might know of and you might not know of. And maybe we'll try one out. But, well, that's it for this week's episode. So, please leave a like if you feel like liking. Comment if you feel like commenting. And subscribe if you feel like subscribing. But as always, goodbye! Okay, that's just creepy.